serious issue. Besides, the lover Iroh introduced that Earth is a prison, and in that prison, everyone has lost their memories. These people will remain on Earth forever until they can rediscover who they are. It sounds like a plot from a science fiction novel, but Iroh asserts this is the current state of Earth, and they are even afraid of being trapped here. To understand in more detail, you can refer back to part 3 of the secret dialogue. In this conversation, it might be an opportunity for us humans to learn the nature of the beings existing on Earth. Speaking of the theory of evolution, besides the lover Iroh did not hesitate to say that this theory is a myth. She said, textbooks on Earth also point out that one species does not transform into another accidentally or randomly. Unless some advanced being processes the genetic material, what we still call genetic mutation. Why don't aliens take over Earth? First, to answer the question that UFO enthusiasts often ask, which is if extraterrestrials indeed have such super advanced technology, appearing and disappearing invisibly, mastering powerful weapons, then conquering Earth would be as easy as turning over their hand for them. But why do they only observe from a distance and not boldly take over Earth? Let's see the answer from this extraterrestrial herself. She said there are 2 reasons for this question. One is that their spacecraft are built for space travel, only suitable for flying in a vacuum with zero gravity. And the gravitational environment and thick atmosphere of Earth are, for them, extremely harsh and difficult to adapt to. Especially since the atmosphere also has unpredictable climatic phenomena. Isn't it just a lightning strike that could overturn their spacecraft, forcing them to become prisoners of Earth people? The second reason is also what they fear most, which is the electronic filtering network outside Earth that specializes in capturing souls. If unfortunately caught in this filtering net, the soul will have all its memories erased. Once fallen into the maze on Earth, no matter how hard they try, they cannot return. This is no different from death. Therefore, in the eyes of extraterrestrials, Earth is a place with both harsh and dangerous conditions, unsuitable for habitation. This answer is truly astonishing. The warm home in our eyes is a deadly trap in the eyes of aliens. In fact, each type of being has an environment suitable for them. The world is originally like this. Simply like the high technology we are now heavily reliant on. According to Iroh, this is an imitation of the development of alien civilization. So clearly, it is not suitable for humanity on Earth. Many of its flaws are gradually being exposed now, but we are still caught up in it and cannot free ourselves. Regarding the origin of species and the theory of evolution, IRO or extraterrestrials have a very clear view on the theory of evolution. To talk about the theory of evolution, one cannot avoid discussing the origin of species. And to talk about the origin of species, one must talk about the origin of the universe. Regarding this, scientists believe it was formed by the Big Bang. However, for aliens, beings have been observing humans for tens of thousands of years. Because the truth is not like that. IRO says that this visible universe was formed by the convergence of many independent universes. Each solitary universe is created by one or more groups of advanced beings with eternal souls together. When a new universe is formed, for a long time, it is illusory and unstable. Depending on the will of the creators, it appears or disappears, just like the world changing unpredictably in the hands of magic practitioners. This process is also mentioned in fairy tales or ancient stories, myths on Earth. In this way, in the civilization of extraterrestrials, there is highly developed science and technology. They also acknowledge that the universe was created by some advanced beings. For scientists, this might not be easy to accept. In fact, the creation myths of different peoples on Earth are surprisingly similar. Basically, they all tell of a transcendent deity who appeared during the chaotic period, using their hands and feet to create heaven, earth, and all things. For example, the creator god in Norse mythology is the giant Ymir, born at the center of the universe, where fire and ice converge. After death, his body transformed into the earth, his blood into rivers, his head into the sky, and his eyebrows became the world where humans reside. In the ancient Indian myth of the golden egg, there is a golden egg floating in a chaotic world, and the creator god Brahma awakened it from within. He split the eggshell into two, the upper part becoming heaven, the lower part earth. Between heaven and earth, he created all things. There is also the story of the great god Pangu in Chinese mythology. Jehovah created the world in 6 days in the myth of Genesis. The god Ptah created the world from nothingness in ancient Egyptian mythology. In the shelter of the ancient times, of course there was no internet to share information back then. So why did peoples in different regions all tell the same stories to later generations? Even those lovers of personality light years away from us also unanimously agree. It's truly unbelievable. Could it be that the early period of our universe's formation was actually the process of primordial creation of heaven and earth? And people were just describing the same event from different perspectives, using different languages. So if the universe was created by advanced beings, then aren't the species on Earth all the same? Iro said, "That's right." Then Iro introduced a biology internship room she once served called the Sanadu Regeneration Company. This company specializes in manufacturing forest mammals and tropical birds. Their service targets are mainly governments on different planets. This company received a large bulk order to supply species to Earth tens of millions of years ago, precisely when dinosaurs went extinct. As we introduced in the previous issue, the galaxy experienced a war of annihilation that nearly wiped out most life on Earth. Iro said that many creatures from that period still remain on Earth today. For example, one of Australia's national symbols, the platypus. This is an extraordinarily strange animal, with a duck-like bill and webbed feet, but the body of a mammal. They are mammals but lay eggs like birds. However, after hatching, the young do not pack egg grains and feed themselves like chickens. They eat the suckle mother's milk like mammals for 3 to 4 months before becoming independent. Even more bizarre is that unlike most animals on the planet which have only 2 sex chromosomes, the platypus has up to 10 sex chromosomes. It simultaneously possesses genes of birds and mammals, and even reptile genes can be found. Did this strange half-bird, half-mammal animal evolve from birds or mammals? Scientists truly cannot find a consensus. According to Wikipedia, some scientists believe that the extinct toothed platypus from 100 million years ago is the ancestor of today's platypus. However, the earliest platypus fossils only appeared 100,000 years ago. There are no other fossils filling the huge 99.9 million year time gap. This shows how the platypus gradually evolved from its ancestor 100 million years ago is something no one can verify. And this is also the most criticized part of the theory of evolution, because it cannot provide convincing evidence for the gradual evolution between the two species. Animals grouped by forced steps likely have no connection whatsoever. But it was easy for Iro to answer this question. She said the platypus was created by engineers. They combined a beaver with a duck-billed platypus in the laboratory. In Australian Aboriginal legends, the platypus is a hybrid of a duck and a water rat. This seems to echo Iro's statement. Speaking of this, Iroh did not hesitate to say that the theory of evolution is a fairy tale. She said, as Earth's textbooks also point out,
a species will not transform into another species accidentally or randomly,
unless an advanced being performs genetic manipulation, what we call gene modification. That's right, in the rapid development of today. We should also test whether we ourselves truly evolved from apes. Exploring prehistoric civilizations. Although the galactic civilization conquered the galaxy 10,000 years ago, they had long begun to pay attention to this Earth region and conducted periodic surveys of Earth. In their eyes, Earth is an extremely unstable planet, frequently undergoing sudden extreme changes, such as pole reversals, tsunamis, or unpredicted volcanic eruptions. The shifting between oceans and continents is always accompanied by species and civilization extinctions. And it erases traces of these species and civilizations,
making Earth's history an extremely mysterious place.
Earth is like a sandcastle in the hands of advanced beings. Easily toppled and rebuilt, toppled and rebuilt. This also holds true for civilizations on the globe, each one successively emerging and then perishing. Iroh saw some ancient civilizations restored over and over again.
Perhaps the creators had become accustomed to and fond of these patterns, so they preserved images.
Like the emergence of species, the appearance of civilizations cannot be the result of a naturally occurring process. Because establishing a civilization requires a lot of work to complete,
such as perfecting various aspects of culture, architecture, language, customs, mathematics, and moral values.
It is a complex and complete system. Therefore, it's not too surprising that we always see some great pioneers in the early stages of civilization having profound intuitions, able to establish the core value foundation for a new civilization in a very short time. We don't know their true origins, but they are often revered by later generations as gods. Returning to the book Interviewing Aliens, fans call this book a remarkable work because much of its content, whether truly spoken by aliens or not, is extremely thought-provoking. In fact, Spencer is not the only author writing on this topic. U.S. Air Force veteran Dan Sherman also had the ability to communicate with aliens through psychic telepathy.
In the 1990s, he was recruited into a top-secret project
aimed at communicating with 2 alien visitors.
After retiring in 1997,
Project Life Secrets. Later, in an interview, Sherman shared that the reason he published the book was hoping others would also step forward to reveal the truth. Each person is a small piece in the puzzle. The more pieces there are, the truth will gradually emerge. Whether you believe it or not, the existence of aliens is truly an undeniable fact. In the dialogue between Nurse Elroy, who is ill, and Arrow, there may be many other secrets. But what we know here is only part of the revealed content.
If you have any additional information about the story between these two characters,
don't forget to share it with us and the audience of Primitive Universe.
For now, on behalf of the team, we bids farewell and look forward to seeing everyone in the next.
Please subscribe to the Dark Truth Files channel to support our channel.